Hello, and welcome to the Biomass Magazine podcast. I'm your host, Anna Simet. Thanks for tuning in. On today's episode, I have with me Michael Jones, Chief Technology Officer at Industrial Accessories Company, or IAC. Michael, hello, and welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Very nice to have you here, Michael. Let's have you begin by telling us about IAC, and then what do you guys do?
Well, great. Again, thank you for having me on this. And Industrial Accessories Company is a leading EPC contractor and an original equipment manufacturer. We've been delivering cutting-edge engineering process systems since our founding in 1987. Now, we specialize in, providing some of the most demanding industrial operations, particularly in biomass, steel, cement, and the energy sectors are other big areas for us. Our core offering, though, includes air pollution control system and thermal processing equipment, such as what you'd be familiar with is calciners and torrefiers for the biomass and biochar industry. We do a lot with dry sorbents and material handling as well. We have over 250 professionals in our company and about 7,500 systems we've deployed globally. And we've got a pretty good reputation in the industry, we believe, for delivering performance, reliability, and compliance. And we pride ourselves on our ability to integrate emerging technologies with, existing and time-tested practices that are out there to innovate and create a very dependable and reliable solution for our customers. So that's a little bit about us.
I've heard great things, Michael. So biochar, biocarbon, super exciting industry to be in right now, not without challenges. Conversion of biomass into bioproducts, biochar, biocarbon, bioenergy, it creates end-to-end material processing challenges. What are a few of the biggest challenges, and then how does IAC help customers avoid or overcome them?
Converting biomass into valuable products such as biochar, bioenergies, or other products is definitely complex, and it has significant challenges, particularly when you're discussing scaling the operation needed to achieve the economies of scale, which are necessary for the long-term viability in this industry. One of the major challenges is the consistency of feedstock preparation and making sure that you have a consistency there, as well as to deal with the scale up gas volumes and energy requirements and emissions requirements as you scale up these processes. We believe that there's a great market potential, and we're working with customers to design systems, many of them custom, that allow us to maximize and leverage the new emerging technologies that are coming out and to implement those to allow us to get to this economy of scale that'll help, make this sustainable, not just sustainable environmentally, but it's sustainable economically, which we believe is important.
This is one of my favorite topics. So Michael, the biochar, biocarbon market, pyrolysis, torrefaction, it's gained a lot of steam. And, as you probably know, optimism or buzz, it's ebbed and flowed over the years, but it really does seem like the market might be truly taking off. What is IAC seeing?
We've got strategic partners throughout the industry that we work with. We haven't been in the forefront. A lot of what we do is we support existing operations and other large-scale operations, and we've got a lot of legacy and background in the industry. We're now pushing forward with some new technologies, as well as leveraging our own prior experiences to allow us to take this to a new dimension within the market. So while we haven't been a household name in the biomass industry in the past, we'll become far more familiar to folks in the industry moving forward. And as you mentioned, this is probably one of the oldest industries, but it hasn't really taken roots and hasn't. We've had a lot of false starts in this industry, and we believe that we can help overcome those challenges. Where the convergence of whether it's a regulatory driven side or the economics, both of those have to be synced up in order to have a successful deployment and a sustainable deployment of in this industry. So that's a nutshell, I think, of where we're pushing to have a presence and to make an impact in this industry.
That's some great perspective. So one project that we've highlighted in Biomass Magazine is SDI Biocarbon Solutions Biocarbon Project. IAC played a role in that. Can you tell us some more about it?
No, sure. We're extremely proud of participation in that project. That's a wonderful project and wonderful people at SDI, and very exciting. So we were brought in, a little bit of background. IEC has a lot of experience in thermal processing and drying, and we were able to leverage that in different industries. And we've done a lot in the steel industry, where we're one of the world's leading dust collector manufacturers. We've done literally hundreds of millions of dollars worth of projects for major manufacturers like FDI, and which made us a natural fit for this project. And we were brought in, and we were able to become what was deemed the best value. And we were able to deliver and install and deliver and commission the dryer islands for that project. And the dryer islands, really, we take the wood that delivered, and we reduce the moisture content, and we prepare it to further process in their process into the biochar for the steelmaking industry. And what the showcases our ability to deliver these high-end solutions for these customers, and working closely with them. That was another thing. There was a lot of challenges with a project of this scope, and that while any one aspect of the project may not seem very complicated, to integrate this all together and to make it work was huge success and huge undertaking. And being able to work with SDI and to progress the project to where it has been, it's just been a great experience, and it's a really really speaks to the things that we believe we bring to the table, our ability to help overcome challenges and to innovate. And so we're really proud of that, our efforts on that project, and we're excited for FDI and their vision of a sustainable steel future.
Yeah, for sure. It's very inspiring. Michael, what do you think makes IAC unique or stand out amongst competition?
That's a great question, and everyone likes to puff and put their salesman hats on, but these are things I truly believe that IEC has uniqueness that others in the industry have aspects of, but maybe doesn't have a package like we can offer. We are an EPC, with an engineering, procure, and construct, and we can take projects from a napkin, and we can bring them all the way through to completion and commissioning. We're an OEM. We design and manufacture a lot of our own equipment. We aren't exclusively. We don't make everything. So we're an integrator. We can integrate the best available technology, what's best for the project, without getting over focused on we sell this piece of equipment, but if there's something better for a project, we don't hesitate. If whatever is best for the project is what we're going to do. We have an extensive aftermarket parts and service support, where we have field crews that can go out and service and maintain. So we really bring a wide array of things to the market. And in addition to all of that again, it sounds like I'm beating my chest here, but we really are proud of what we can provide. But we also do research and development. We're not just relying on something that was designed and innovated 20, 30, 40 years ago. We have an active R&D project and programs, and we do R&D projects both internally and with customers. And so we are able to see and experience new emerging technologies as they come out. And then we also are able to take that newly gained knowledge and leverage it with existing knowledge to be able to deploy it in a reasonable time frame. So it's very exciting to be part of this, where we can feel like we can have so many of these pieces that work well together, while not being overly focused on if we can't provide it, that we're not interested. We help the customer find solutions, and what we can do in house, we do, and what we need to pull in resources to do, we'll also reach out and do that. So we consider ourselves really a true partner with our customers, and that bond and that relationship is we feel it's unique. It gives us a lot of repeat business where it's hard to get these very large projects and then to have repeats of those large projects if you're not keeping your customers happy, and we're proud of that. We also are excited for these projects. We don't just see this as a um, paycheck and a check the box kind of project. We're excited for these industries, and we immerse ourselves into these industries, and that's really what keeps us on the cutting edge of developments and pushing the envelope and trying to improve things that really not only help our customers but help the industry as a whole.
It's a really great answer. And I'm sure as a technology guy, being, involved in these kind of cutting edge technology projects is probably pretty exciting.
It is a great job. I love my job. I get to see and listen to a lot of ideas, and we try not to constrain, our workforce. There's lots of potentials out there, and with the new emerging technologies and the way that we can adapt and apply prior lessons learned, it's never been greater in the history of the world. We can do things now from harvesting information from the past and knowledge base, and integrating it with new things that are discovered and learned, and marry that up with current market conditions and political visions and environmental concerns that we're learning about, and it's just really a neat and exciting window to be in. And I know people can get drowned out with the headline news that's out there, but being optimistic, it really is an exciting time, and there's so many wonderful potentials, and especially in this industry where we can really make a difference, and we can move the needle in all that we're trying to accomplish. And so it truly is wonderful to be in this company and to help this industry in particular.
Yeah, for sure. Michael, been such a great, interesting chat. Before we wrap things up, anything else that you want to add?
I think one of we touched on a little bit is the scale of the industry. We want to
Mhm.
make a big difference. The whole reason we do all of this, the whole reason we're trying to make a biochar, to trying to do a biomass processing, is to make a difference. And we're not out there to make a whole bunch of little boutique operations. And I'm not demeaning any of the small operations we support, and we've been there. But our goal is to make a big difference, and the only way to do that is we got to start thinking bigger and scaling bigger and deploying in large and sustainable fashion. The biomass industry is we're not keeping pace with the just the growth of the fossil fuel consumption both in Asia and elsewhere, and so for me it's a real passion to say that we want to make a difference in this field. We feel this area can make a difference, and we need to scale up, and we need to get there, and there may be multiple approaches to get there, and a lot of companies feel like they've got their solution, and we believe that there's going to be multiple solutions, multiple methods, multiple paths, and all paths that get us closer to scale up are good. So we're not overly focused on just what we provide. We want to see everyone succeed. We don't believe the notion that this industry has competitors. I know some people do, and we just feel like that notion needs to be displaced, because the industry needs to scale up to such an extent to have a lasting and meaningful impact that there's room. In order for this to work, there's plenty of room for more and more producers, and we encourage everyone who has an idea or goals in mind to push this forward. We're a fan, and we'll support you as much as we can.
I love that. Great ending point. So important. Well, Michael, I just want to thank you so much for joining us on the podcast and chatting with me about IAC. And I sure look forward to following you guys and seeing all the great work that you do.
Well, thank you for having me. This has been a great experience, and look forward to meeting you up at the show.
Yes, absolutely. And to our listeners, that was Michael Jones with IAC on the Biomass Magazine podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.